Hey guys. Gonna go see my son. So here's my little baby. This is where he lies. It's like literally the worst day of my life. So I want to talk about Lovable when he was a baby until now. Just share his story. And if anybody's gonna say some kind of rude comment like, oh, it's just a rat, blah blah blah, you can go. Anyways, so I had Lovable before I was a meat eater, and this is back before I was a meat eater. I didn't, I wasn't there. I didn't make the connection yet, but before I had him, I was afraid of rats. I actually was afraid of rats, and I believed the stereotype that they're dirty, that they're gross, that they're, scary. I believe those stereotypes that people, say to me, to my rats. And one day I saw this video on YouTube of these rats doing tricks, like really, really intelligent tricks. And that's when I realized that, wow, rats are actually, very intelligent. So, after seeing these videos, I thought, maybe I should get a rat, But this is back when I was a meat eater, so I never knew anything about puppy mills or the cruelty behind pet stores. I didn't know that back then. So I did get Lovables there. The first day that I got him, he was very scared. He was very skittish. He didn't, he was scared of humans, and I was scared myself because I'm just like, oh, what do I do? Like, I was afraid that he was gonna, like, jump out of the box and, go crazy or something like that. I was very afraid because I didn't know anything about rats. I didn't know nothing about them. So, I had him in the box. I had him in a cage. This is my first rat. Lovable was my first rat. And I remember he was so scared. He would hide right behind the in his little house. He would hide there, and I was scared myself. I remember I would stick my hands, inside the little house and say, "It's a good boy," and he would nip my fingers, and I was just so like, ah! Because I did not know anything about rats back then. I was afraid of them. I believed the stereotypes. All I knew was that rats are, intelligent. So I would stick my hand in the little thing, and he'd nip my fingers, and I'd be so scared, like, oh my god! And I started to do research of, like, how to, get a rat to trust you, how to socialize them. So I remember I would buy some treats, and I would stick them out. I stick them a little bit of treats inside his house, and he would go and take them slowly, hide back from me, and I would sit at this house every day, and I'd say lovable, lovable, and then I would put a little bit of treats near his house, and slowly and slowly he would go and grab it. And I was still trying to pet him, and he nipped my fingers. So I started to go like, ah! Like I started to make like a squeaking sound, like ee ee, because that's what rats do when they're being in pain. So I started to make a squeaking sound to let him know that, hey, when you nip my fingers, you're hurting me. And over time, he stopped nipping my fingers. And then so I would, grab some peas, some corn, and I would sit there by his house every day and put it out like this. And every time he would come over, he'd grab it from me and he'd go back off into his house. And I did this for a very long time because I wanted him to trust me, and I'd also pet him. When you pet a rat behind their ears, it's a sign of affection for them. So I would pet him behind his ears. And over time, I kept, feed him. Make sure you grab the food, sit by the house, and then he would just slowly come up and take it and eat. And he started to really trust me. This happened for like a couple months of training that and socializing because, he was very afraid of humans, and I understand. I did buy him from a pet store, and pet stores are really, really bad for animals. They're really cruel. So always adopt, never shop. But I didn't know back then, so after a while, Lovable, I would have like a book, and his house was right here, and I have a book, and I hold it to my chest, and I'd say, come here, Lovable, and I put a little treat on the book, and he would go and take it, and after a while, he would take the treats from me, and then the first time he went on top of his house, he was still a little afraid of me, but not as afraid. And I give him treats. He's still a little skittish, but he's starting to trust me. And I remember I actually put my back towards the wall, and he climbed on my shoulder for 5 seconds. And I was just like, oh my god. And then that's when he, it was a great moment for me. Because it took me months to socialize him. But I knew that he was a lovable rat. And it just took time. And so he came on my shoulder one time for 5 seconds. Jumped back off. And after that, I put my shirt down here. And he would climb in my shirt. And, he started to really trust me. And that's how I socialized my brat Lovable. He lived for a long time. I would say that he almost lived for 4 years. So, yeah, he lived for a very good long time. He was very sweet rat. Honestly, the sweetest rat that I've ever had. My other 2 rats, Earl and Teddy, they're sweet guys, but they're not the same, Me and Lovable, I basically raised him. I basically raised him, so, yeah. So, he lived for a good long time. He died of old age. He didn't die of anything else. He was such a sweet rat, and I would always pet him, and, pet him behind his ears and stuff. And, honestly, like I said before, I was afraid of rats back then, but I'm not. Rats are honestly the best animals ever. Once you socialize them, they're so sweet, they're so trusting. Hi. And yeah, he'd come on my shoulder, we go for walks together, I give him kisses, and he just climb on my shoulder, and he was the sweetest rat that I've ever had. And yeah, so like I said in my previous broadcast, he did pass away last night. And he passed away. I think he passed away, old age, because after maybe when he was 3 years old, he started to degrade, and he he got really skinny over time, and he just started to have really bad balance, and he was still eating perfectly fine, but his weight was going down, and his balance was going down. So yeah, he passed away. But Lovable was seriously the best rat that I've ever had. And if you want to watch the tribute video of him, it's on my YouTube channel at SheRocks54. I honestly have been crying nonstop since this, because well, first of all, I never got to say goodbye to him. Like, I didn't think he was going to pass away, because last night he was still eating his blueberries. He loves blueberries. He's still eating his blueberries. He was eating some bread. You know, he was walking around. He was still eating. He was, you know, just doing his own thing. And so I didn't think that he was going to pass away. But when I woke up before work, he was passed away. So, yeah, that's his grave. And this is where he died, right over here. I'm gonna go back to his grave. So I made him a nice grave. But if you want to check out my video, it's on my YouTube channel of him. So Lovable died a happy rat. I'm just glad that he died of old age and he didn't die of anything else, like a disease or something. You know, I'm just glad that happened. Anyways, so this is my baby's graveyard. Check out the tribute video if you want to see what he looks like. It's on my YouTube channel at SheRocks54. I'm still grieving from this, and also you know, when I was grieving for my son today, this nasty person left me a nasty message on my messenger saying it's just a damn rat. Like, bitch, that's one thing that seriously pisses me off. You know, when people try to downgrade someone's life simply because they're non-human, that's fucking discrimination. And animals are here with us, not for us. And just because, you know, he was a rat, it doesn't mean his life had no value. He was the sweetest rat I've ever known. And, you know, just because he was not a human doesn't mean his life didn't matter. You know, it's just such an arrogant way of thinking from humans. Because I'm pretty sure, you know, animals don't look at us like we're, like, superior over them. So, yeah. Anyways, so, yeah. I don't know. People are just fucked up. But thank you for all who's watching. Anyways, like I said, my YouTube video is of Lovable. It's on my channel. It's at SheRocks54. So check it out if you want to see what he looks like. And rest in peace, my son. Thank you for the hearts.